Welcome back, everyone, to what I believe to be our 17th episode
You'd be right.
of Cardinfall via the Goblin conspiracy. And last our heroes left off, they tried to enter the city of Sanctorum, one of the many districts of the city of Cardinfall, and they were barred entry because of their lack of funds. So since that happened, they decided to go into their only means of making money that they know how to do, which is to go beneath the sewers and venture into the dark, forgotten places of Cardinfall and tear things up till they get the money that they need.
It's not our only means of money. They were just too stubborn to start a bakery. All right.
Right. Also the most efficient means of making money, but in their time there, they ran into a small group of drow dressed in traditional drow clothing, who tackled them, told them to be quiet, but all too late because a giant undead creature reached its titan head over the building they were in. And now we are starting, for the first time, we are starting a episode with combat. So how about we all start rolling initiative?
Let's go. 7.
Let me get my thing up. I don't have anything up yet.
A nice solid 7.
What do you mean I was signed out? Give me a minute.
There we go.
Weeks.
Oh.
Let's see what we got. 15.
I have to get my sticky.
Well,
You got 12?
Do you not have your noise production thing on? Because it should be fine. If we to roll dice, it should go off. If you have like the echo thing off.
Is there any placement inside the building that you care about?
I figured like our marching order was the same.
I was
as well.
behind you because it was like you two were walking in front and then I got tackled.
Yeah, so Nyx probably would have led the way because she can take the most hits. So I imagine like it would be like Nyx, Crumbs, Aether, if that matters.
Right, but Aether was tackled into a building. Where did Crumbs and Nyx go? Did they go into the building with her?
presumably immediately.
Assuming?
Okay.
I would assume
just check.
immediately.
Whatever you would like to do. Each of you individually can also make a decision on where you would like to be. Let's see. We've got
I feel like it would be more understandable if like Nyx was.
Crumbs, what's your dex?
Well,
Oh, okay.
did you hear me?
Can you roll again for me?
I can roll again.
I think it would make most sense for Nyx to have not gone into the building if Aether was behind her because she wouldn't have realized she got tackled into a building.
Okay.
I got 5.
I don't think it would make sense.
Wait. Under what context did Aether get tackled into a building again?
She was being loud and somebody shut her up.
Oh. Well then, yeah. I mean,
Um,
maybe I'm not like immediately behind her, but
This cracks me up that Nyx isn't the loudest person.
if no one's in the doorway, I'd probably be in the doorway
Quiet.
of the building, if there is one.
And then she just like
I'm sorry, I'm taking so much time with this. I have to figure something out.
I am become door.
And then we have Aether. And finally, the mage. All right, so there's so let me show you the battlefield you are in.
Oh no.
I like how Corona very hastily made an overlay for 3 cameras, despite the fact that we're immediately gonna go to the one with no borders.
Yeah, but that'll we'll get out of this at some point probably. Maybe we won't be in combat. So Nyx is actually out here.
Yeah.
That's loud. Okay, I don't know what's happening here. Okay. Aether here. Here. So for some context, every place where you see these like gray squigglies, that's rubble fallen down from these like half put together houses, and is considered difficult terrain.
Fun. Can we see over them?
Yes, yes, you can.
Cool.
However, you can hide behind it for like 3/4 cover. Or I'm sorry, half cover, not 3/4. All right. So first thing up is the Devourer. You see, this giant. It almost looks goblin-esque, but absolutely huge. Um, it is. It has a pit inside of its stomach where you can see its rib cage is just open. And let's see. I'm going to send a picture of it in Goblin Town.
Oh no. Where's my phone?
You.
All right. So with that in mind, this thing breaks through this door here. This like opening there, and it is in doing so it creates some rubble. And then it is going to, I suppose it'll target you two because you are the closest. There's going to be one attack against Aether and one against the captain. You know what? This should be my backspy. Okay, the one against Aether, for sure misses. One against the captain, for sure misses. We are doing great. So, because if 15 does not hit either of you, however, then it you see as its ribs start to like unhinge and go outward, and you start to like see dark energy come from you and start to suck into its rib cage. And I'm going to need Aether, Crumbs. I need all of you to make a let's see, what kind of save is this? Constitution saving throw.
Niche too?
Yes.
19.
You succeed.
24.
You succeed.
Who's that? 12?
You got 12? You fail.
Yep.
Unfortunate.
So roll a 5.
All right. So let's roll for other people.
No. Who's that?
Failure. Okay, so you watch as the mage and the warrior begin to like their soul gets properly ripped out, and they seem to be taking it in full force. And meanwhile, the captain does pretty well. And the since all of you failed, you only take 6 points of necrotic damage.
Wait, I take 6?
Wait, is that so? If we wait,
No, but because you succeeded, those that succeeded take 6 points. Nyx takes 13.
Okay.
and I take 3 because I haven't.
Oh, right. Yeah, good call.
Is that off my max HP?
No,
Cool.
it doesn't take off your max HP.
Cool.
All right. All right. Then that is the end of its turn. Nyx, you're up.
Yeah, no.
Ah.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm going to go into my actions, I'm going to bonus action rage
Mm-hmm.
and just be like, that hurt a lot. Ah! And then I'm going to just run up to it and hit it twice.
Awesome. You are welcome to do so.
Okay. Where is my thing? There's my thing. First attack is a 15.
That misses.
Okay, second attack. Natural 20 plus 7.
That definitely hits.
I'm gonna set that down so that Corona can also. Okay, of course. Do I get sneak attack for that?
Yes, it is engaged.
Oh, who's the lucky lady?
Ew. That was crap damage. 12 damage total.
12 damage? Did you double your die and do sneak attack?
Yep. I rolled a 3, rolled that to a 6, then rolled 2 2s.
That's very unfortunate.
At least you got guac.
Oh, forgot what.
All right. Do you have one more attack? No, you used your bonus action. All right.
Well, yeah, I used my bonus action, so yeah. In my first
Yep.
attack.
Very good. That's the end of your turn. You next up is the captain that's right up against you. They are going to once I find their stat block. They take out a long like one-sided blade, sort of like a scimitar, and they are going to make 2 attacks. That is a hit. Okay, and you can see as there's poison dripping down the blade, but it like soaks into the flesh of the rotting beast, but it doesn't seem to have any effect.
Wow.
Right. So, and it's a shame because that would be 4d6 poison for every attack. But then with her bonus action, she pulls out a whip, and she pulls it out and whips it towards Nyx.
Oh,
That's 20 to hit.
that hits.
You take you take 7 points of damage.
Halved.
You have advantage on all attack rolls until the end of your next turn. As this hits you, and it really hurts, but there's also some sort of magic infused within it, and you feel like an energy burst through you for a second. And I don't know how angry you might be at her, but it also did benefit you to some extent. All right,
Tough love.
Crumbs, you're up.
Did we have some kind of combat at some point since the last time we long rested?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
okay.
vampire match.
It was short, but yes.
All right.
I got damage from that too.
Yeah, I
It
had
was
one.
damage off your max HP, if I recall.
I had
Yeah.
only taken 2 hit points of damage, or at least I short rested some of it away, but I can't shift or transform. Not shift,
Oh, yeah.
because I already used. Wait, did we take a short rest after that fight?
That's up to you.
I don't think we.
I don't think you did.
Okay.
No.
Whack. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Well then in that case, my bonus action options are fairly limited, so I'm going to use my bonus action to make my big shiny axe real sparky.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's still it. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what the significance of that was.
I rolled like a 26%.
And I'm just gonna hit it.
Okay. Are you gonna move around? Like, do you want to be at the side of Nyx?
Yeah, that's a good spot.
All right. Sounds great.
Okay, thanks. And then I'm gonna hit it.
Awesome. Go ahead.
Keep it simple for round 1.
Mm-hmm.
23 to hit.
23 to hit. All right, that hits.
That is 8 radiant damage and 5 lightning damage.
All right.
Don't know if that's relevant to you or not.
How much lightning damage again?
5.
So many Discord chats.
8 and 5. Attack number 2. That is a 22 to hit.
You do notice that the electricity is not doing a lot of damage. Go ahead.
That's fine.
What was that one to hit?
22.
That hits.
I already hurt myself anyway, so I might as well keep doing it.
Sure.
8.
Just have the damage for me if you can.
8 radiant damage, and rounding up or down?
Down.
1 lightning damage.
Awesome.
At that point, should I just tell you the total damage?
That would be great.
Okay, cool.
Just for future notes, in next up we have you see this drow warrior, a man in dark heavy armor, runs forward, and he does a bonus action to move her back and put him in the place of her, and for some reason, and is going to go right there. And they are going to pull out their sword, and once again, do 2 attacks. That hits. Fails. That's 8 points of piercing damage as he stabs into the leg and like tries to knock a tendon out, but it doesn't. It's just too strong. He shows frustration that the poison isn't working. Next up, Aether.
Alright, for my action, I'm gonna get out Wonder Spark.
Wonderful.
Cloud one. And bonus action, I'm going to attempt to hit it.
Awesome.
That's 23, I think. Oh, wait, no, 24.
For sure.
Yeah, 24 to hit.
Mhm.
And then that is... I think it's 3d8, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that's not the right dice, though. Almost rolled 12. Oh my god. That is 14 force damage, and the Devourer is pushed 5 feet away.
14. All right.
And since it's pushed 5 feet away, can I move without getting attacked?
And it's 5 feet or 15.
5.
Okay, so it'd be like here. Awesome. Yes, you absolutely can.
Fantastic. I'm gonna go far away.
Okay.
Maybe like run. I don't know. I guess I could just go through the rebel and take that movement half and just go upward diagonal. Yeah. Sounds great.
I think you can go here.
Cool.
Do I get an attack of opportunity since it was pushed, or is it still in range?
No, it doesn't work that way. So if something is pushed out against its will, it does not get damaged.
Okay.
Or you don't get attack of opportunities against it. Now is a mage who will be casting.
I was gonna do haste, but I didn't want to die. Now since it's away. I don't know.
It is going to cast a. Okay, sorry. I'm looking at spells. Okay, it's going to cast a magic missile. It like puts out a staff, and you can see a bunch of spiders climb out of holes in the staff, and then just like kind of eviscerate and turn into magical energy and fire towards the giant beast.
I've already eaten all these peach things.
Awesome. Now we're at the top of the round with the Devour, who is going to um walk forward here, and it is hungry, so it is going to make 2 attacks just against the warrior. Um,
I'm too hungry.
is a success. That is a second success. It takes his giant hands and just like reaches them forward and grabs the side of the warrior and starts to dig its claws into um into his body, and it is going to deal. Oh my God, I am rolling terribly. Uh,
Cool.
all right, so he takes 16 points of slashing damage. Um, and then takes 66 necrotic damage from each attack. All right. Now, finally, let's see if he can do. Okay, I need everyone except for Aether to make a Constitution saving throw.
$17.
That is a failure.
I got a 20, but not natural.
Ooh.
That's a success.
Ooh.
Talking. So, I rolled very bad last time. Um, so, Matt, you take 51 points of necrotic damage. Um, Nyx takes 25, halved again.
I'm a real rusty boy.
And let's see how much the captain.
11. Yeah, 12 and 13.
The captain fails.
I might be bloody soon.
All right, let's see if the mage succeeds. The mage actually does succeed, so the mage lives. The warrior, however, does not. You watch as it's just like his eyes get sunken into his head, and he collapses dead.
Oh. Oh no.
Yeah, just dead. All right. That is the end of his existence. Now, Nyx, you're up.
Okay. I'm like, holy crap!
Yeah.
I do what I do best.
Mhm.
Slash, slash, slash.
For sure.
I get advantage on this.
You get advantage on all attacks.
On all of them. Oh my god.
Yep, that's what the whip does.
Ooh.
23 to hit.
23 hits.
Even higher than that, so that hits. That hits. Sneak attack. Oh my god, I rolled straight fives.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
That was
That was 15 plus 2. 15 plus no, that's just 20. 27. 35? 35.
35 damage. Well done. You just hack into its leg, and I'm gonna say you actually cut off its leg at its knee. You're just like slashing into it, and you tear apart, and its knee just totally comes off.
Oh my god.
Uh,
That's
so well done. Next up, we have
Worked so hard.
the captain, who is and Matt, you're on deck. So the house captain is going to doesn't like its situation, saw what just happened to its warrior, and I should actually note the warrior is not technically dead; it's taking death saving throws.
yeah.
Um,
Is that your accidental snap?
it doesn't like that, so it's actually going to
Alright, that's my action done with that.
back up. It is going to first make another whip attack against Nyx.
Oh, right. That's helpful. Right?
Kind of.
Love.
Depends on your perspective. That's a 16 to hit.
That just hits.
Okay. All right, you take 6 points of slashing damage. Um, she yells something in Undercommon.
Understand.
Oh, you understand that?
No.
It's it doesn't translate directly, but it's some sort of vague insult and making you demanding that you work. Um,
Excuse me? Oh no. Oh
and
no.
she's going to back up all the way here.
Oh, that's not okay.
Yeah. And then she's going to fire a hand crossbow.
I might have to make a decision.
One enemy at a time.
I'm enraged right now.
That is 16 points of damage,
I might have to think
or 16 to hit. Blah blah blah.
Checks.
Crossbow goes into and like sticks into the forehead of the monster, and it seems like it doesn't care at all. In fact, you look at it, and it just looks like it's staring hungrily down at the warrior at its feet that she left behind.
Wow.
Now, Matt, you're up.
If you will deny my lightning damage, then I shall show you the full extent of my natural one. My turn's over. I'm gonna go cry.
All right.
Hang on. Okay, let me be real though. Do I have any bonus actions? No. Yeah, okay. I'll use my bonus action to regain the spell slot that I just wasted. That's my turn.
Okay.
I'm just like, taste the full extent of my radiant power! Fucking shoots a guiding bolt like clean out of the building into like the complete wrong direction.
You actually fire it in the direction of the monster, but the monster goes and starts to look at you, and you fire it just like through a hole where you can see that just like all the way through the monster, and it just passes through him and hits the wall. And you're like, huh, undead. Funny how they work. And then you like focus for a second and like clench up, and you watch as a bunch of like radiant energy just comes out of the air and funnels into you. All right. The warrior is going to make its first death saving throw, and it's a failure.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Next up we have Aether.
Hey, I want to hit the Devourer again with cloud things. 17, 18. I keep forgetting we leveled up.
We did.
You said 16, 18?
18 to hit.
18 hits.
I said 17 and then realized that we leveled up 17. Okay.
Okay.
Da, 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 da. I gotta find my. Oh, there she is. That is 13? 13.
Yep.
13 force damage.
Ether math help.
Awesome.
And then it's pushed 5 feet back again, so I guess like kind of diagonal this time since that's kind of where I am.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to.
That's not diagonal.
That's fine.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
I'm gonna haste.
Ah.
Haste.
Mm-hmm.
Gross.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You get the speedy
Extra
things.
attack,
Whatever I
super
described
speed.
last time. It's
Double
like
the speed, +2 armor.
Speed is double, +2 to AC, advantage
Mhm.
on dex saving throws, and gain an additional action.
Cool.
You hear Brian in your bag go, I can help. Just give me the controls.
I don't have Brian. Nyx has Brian.
Nyx has Brian. Oh, okay.
Thought about that.
That's a shame.
That's why I
Brian.
moved far away before casting haste.
Yep. All right. Great job. Is that the end of your turn?
No, I didn't want it to get the concentration. If I get hit, that's the end of my turn.
Awesome.
Because if I get hit, the concentration ends and my haste ends.
If Brian gets it?
No. If I moved far away, so that if the thing hits, so the thing can't hit me.
Yeah.
Uh,
If you were holding Brian, he would be able to hold the concentration for
We
you.
don't have.
I know.
you watch as the mage pulls a knife from his pocket and stabs it into his stomach. Not a lethal amount, just enough to get some like blood on it in a kind of dramatic way. And then he says some things in a version of Undercommon that Nyx can like vaguely understand, but it's clearly like a weird offshoot that is religious. And he starts speaking of demonic entities before trying to summon a demon. Can actually, Lizzie, can you roll a D100 for me?
Yes. I'm just gonna do it on here.
I don't know who I'm more scared of, the Devourer or the people that we ran into.
72.
Yeah, 72. In that case, he succeeds. Uh, um,
Fly away.
let's see. What color should that be?
Red.
It's red? Yeah, that makes sense.
Red for the fiery bits of hell.
Yeah.
It'll move on his turn for every proceeding. They didn't come from hell. They came from the abyss.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
It's a demon. All right. They will move on his turn for all future movements. Cool. Oh, and the mage is going to book it. They're going to try to. They can make it here.
Away from us. They're jerks.
They see that you're kind of taking most of the hits, so they're not that worried about it.
Shoot them with a guiding bolt.
Next, there is the Devourer, and the first thing it's going to do is it is quite dissatisfied with the way Nyx has been hurting it, so it stumbles on its one stump leg. But before it does, actually, you watch as the exposed rib cage in the center begins to rattle and shake for a second with a weird clinking noise, and then it shoots open, and then there's just like this big sucking force that you can feel like pulling your hair. And you watch as the warrior gets absorbed into its body, and you can see him still somewhat conscious, like is reaching his hand out of the center of the ribs, almost begging for help. And and as he's there, you can see the life force beginning to be sucked out of him, and as that happens, tendons from the stump leg that you cut off begin to reconnect and like slither together, and it reforms and seemingly heals some. All right.
Okay.
It's a shit show.
Then it is going to make 2 attacks, one against Nyx, one against Crumbs. The one against Nyx hits.
What is it?
It is a 15 plus 10. Actually,
Um,
does 17 hit Crumbs?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm getting another stat block ready.
No,
Sorry
you're
about
not.
that, though. Don't worry about that though. All right.
Great.
All right. Nyx. Oh wait. The one that hit Nyx. Let's see. So that is. I want you to know that I have rolled for every attack. I've rolled no less than 2 1s on my 1d6. I just rolled 2 1s again for this attack, which happened already twice before in this encounter. This has never happened before. So you take 7 points of slashing damage.
Ah,
And you take 18 necrotic damage. All right, that's the end of its turn.
Being bloody.
Let's see if it regains its soul rend ability. Does not. Awesome. So next up, Nyx.
Alrighty.
Get him.
If he had hit me with 1 more point, I would have been bloodied, and then I would have been able to do 5 attacks.
Just like
Ah,
Okay, I'll just use my regular 4 attacks then because of haste.
right, and you are all at advantage because of the whip.
That was really sad.
First one is a 13.
To hit? No. You slash against it, but its bones are hard.
Second one is a 24.
Hits.
Ooh.
Third also hits. Fourth also hits.
Awesome. Give me some damage.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
Max
I
damage. I just rolled 3 6s.
Oh boy, Nyx is popping off in this fight.
Okay.
One of them almost attacked me.
18
Uh,
plus 6.
18 plus 6 for just that attack or total?
Not total. That's the other 6 was the second attack, so hold on.
Yeah, I'd like to get total if you don't mind.
Yeah, hold on, I'm getting there. Hold on. I have to get my calculator out. Hold on, give me a
24.
second. Hold on.
No.
6
16.
plus 3 plus 2. Plus 6 plus 2.
Numbers. Okay.
plus
Plus
1
1.
plus 2. 34 damage.
Wow, okay.
I rolled a 1.
After
After
6.
4 6s.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well done. I'll give you that. Next up, we have the captain, who is going to... one with the hand crossbow at creature. Okay, that does hit. Doesn't do a lot of damage. Run past, kind of hiding behind Aether for a second. Okay. And then backs off. Can't go that far. Right there. That's the end of her turn. Crumbs, you're up.
Ah, that was just a warning shot. I will shoot the real one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Kablamo. I'll do it again. Hey, 23 to hit.
Yay.
23 does hit.
Yes, sir. Look at those dice roll. Ooh, 3 6s. That's 23 radiant damage.
Oh my god.
Which honestly, like, now that I think about it, I feel like I'm capable of doing that with my axe, but that's fine. It'd be hard. It'd be hard to do that with the axe. No. Yeah, no, that's one more than my max damage. So yeah, 23 radiant damage.
Awesome, well done. And advantage on the next strike you see as just golden energy is splattered onto it. It's just glowing soup. It makes them really easy to see.
Forgot about that.
Softens the skin.
Ah, true. I forgot to exposit it. Yeah, he just opens like he opens like a fucking like hose valve in his wrist and just starts shooting glowing soup out of like his fucking soup storage.
And it really softens
tank.
up the skin.
Yeah.
All right. Next up we have the warrior who let's see what they rolled. They have disadvantage on their saving throw. That is a natural 1. The warrior dies. He watches just like the bluish soul energy is being pulled from him as he begins to beg for his life in Undercommon, starts talking, saying random words regarding different members of family. As the life gets sucked out of him, and you watch as his skin gets kind of torn back and his teeth just kind of elongate with their as with the or that's just what it looks like since the skin is being pulled back. His normally normal fingers become claw-like. All right, now we are back to Aether.
I
Great.
feel bad for
General question. Are we still, like, this fight is going on, obviously we're loud and
For
things-
sure.
so we're not worried about, like, being sneaky or anything anymore?
I don't know if that's not what you... I don't know if you're not worried about it, but things are hearing you if they're here.
Yeah, I'll cross that bridge later. I'm going to hit it with Wonder Spark again, because...
Wonderful.
Natural 20 plus 8.
Wonderful. Mm-hmm.
Holy cannoli.
That is 12 plus 8, so 20 doubled. 40.
40 total damage.
Because I rolled 20 damage, and then I got a natural 20.
All right.
40 force damage.
All right.
And it's pushed 5 feet, and wow, I'm really thankful for Wonder Spark today.
Okay.
Um,
How do you want to do this one?
Oh my gosh.
I thought I had another turn in me.
I imagine that the like clouds coming out of Wonder Spark are the most like iridescent looking snowy rainbow clouds.
Mhm.
So it's just like undead versus Lisa Frank.
For sure. Just like high pressure rainbow burst through and just like the head splits apart and just like you see teeth just like fall out into powder. And as the head falls into 2 pieces, the body kind of just like wriggles for a second and then collapses down. Normally that warrior would have become a ghoul, and that would have been another problem, and it would have paralyzed you throughout this. But instead, you killed it really fast. That was, I believe, a CR12 creature
Ooh.
that you pretty much almost defeated. No, CR13 that you pretty much defeated on your. All right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
that was astoundingly fast.
Thank you, Wonder Spark. Wow.
Wonder Spark really kicked butt today.
I'm keeping these dice out.
Thank you, Wonder Spark.
Everyone say thank you.
I have some choice words for those other people.
Yeah.
Just leaving my friend behind.
You know, we're gonna leave this open.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Great.
As this comes to an end, thank you so much for your assistance. It this thing has been following us for a time in this portion of the city.
You just left your friend behind. What do you mean assistance? You just ran away.
He was not a friend. He was of the warrior caste. This is what he does. He fights and he dies.
Oh,
Please shed no tears for him.
so that's why you were using a whip and saying such insulting, mean things to me?
That is just part of the magic. Did it not help? Of course, I do see you are accustomed to our language, and for that you have my respect.
Yeah, are you the only one that can talk to them?
It's speaking. She's speaking in common.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's important.
I was gonna say, I just pictured Crumbs just standing there, just like.
And this demon that was summoned, I forgot to narrate. It is almost hard to see. It looks like just a shadow coming out of the ground with long curled horns, and a like sharp white teeth grimace. And it slowly floats over and stands behind the mage.
Are there any more of these things that we should be worried about?
In the city, most certainly. Although in this region we didn't come across anything else. However, I would beware of some ghouls that it had summoned, some of which were our other warriors, which it has swallowed. In general, I wouldn't be careful of this whole land. And you can actually see this circle here is a large fountain with a statue that is half crumbled. The statue, you can see it appears to be some sort of wizard-like figure, with a large book in their hand, standing in a somewhat heroic pose. Um, although the more you look, you can see there's undead features added to this. Um, you can see, like, first of all, the eyes are depicted as what they would sculpt to be glowing, and and the and you can just see like bits of skull in the head and that kind of thing. But anyway, moving on. Well, if it is no concern to you, I think we will take our leave.
It seems like nothing but yourselves is of concern to you, so I think we will.
Hmm.
Ooh.
You know, we may not be in the best position right now, but we won't forget these slights.
I believe it was us that saved you, so
I believe you came here along the trails that Loth set for you.
I'll look back at Nix and Girl and be like,
Mm,
Alright, well, deuces. We're gonna go.
yes, of course.
Nixon's gonna
Be
flip them off and walk away.
be careful of the Dark Knight. It does tread this area. And they head off.
Batman is here? No way! I can't wait.
I guess we should start looking around for things that look valuable and also things that won't be missed by.
I expected that fight to go a little bit worse and maybe involve some running. But alas, that's life.
That's life.
That's life as a DM.
Can I walk over to the fountain and just like look around?
Sure, would you like to like examine it or anything?
Yeah.
Make a history check.
Alrighty. What is my history? 16.
You don't understand any of the language inscribed in the bottom. Um,
Would I?
you would. Can you make a just intelligence check for me? Because it's undercommon, but once again, it's it's a lost dialect.
I don't know why I even checked my intelligence is plus 0. Oh no.
If you just need
That was a 1.
7. Okay, you just needed to beat a 10 to give her advantage. But okay. You do what you can, but this is totally lost on you.
Dog, and that might say milkshake. I don't remember.
Interesting.
I don't know anything about a dog and a milkshake on a fountain, but maybe this guy really likes dogs and milkshakes.
You're
Is it just
pretty
some kind
sure...
of undercommon, or is it any of the uh languages from the Outer Plains?
It is undercommon. It's just a dead dialect.
Okay.
Yeah. This picture you think is probably representing Vecna in some capacity. Who this is like old ancient lore. It's like basically the equivalent of studying like Mesopotamia, in its most ancient form. This city was and the more you've looked into like this underdead city as a whole, this city was once the first city ever created, founded by Vecna. So just some lich that you know of, I suppose. But yeah. And you assume this could be him. It could be some other archmage though. Although it looks a little necrotic.
Okay. Right, I guess we start looking around for shiny things.
I am really good at finding shiny things.
Sure. Do you want to investigate the beast itself?
Yes, I do.
There aren't any
All right.
that are there.
You go into the beast and you don't find anything on it that is like this looks valuable, but can I get a survival check from whoever's doing this?
Yup. Eat 'em.
Either that or investigation, whichever you prefer.
Well, my survival is a +8. Investigation's a +0, so I think I'm gonna go clearly with investigation.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I was gonna go with survival.
I know.
Cool. It's a 13.
If it interests anybody, I do have advantage on investigation checks to recall information about undead.
You want to give that a shot?
Give it a shot.
Yeah,
I don't have
go ahead.
proficiency with investigation, but advantage is sometimes better.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Boy, a nat 20!
Nat
Yeah.
20.
It's pretty good.
These things don't usually carry around any sort of treasure. These things are in fact the harbinger of undead hordes. It's pretty fortunate that this one was trapped underground, because if it went above, it would not take very long for it to make a zombie and ghoul army out of normal people. But this
just
thing, like,
exposit all of this information, by the way.
there's also two things that you do know to be useful about its body. One, its bones are reinforced with basically extraplanar energy and doesn't follow the normal structure of normal bone. It's basically just harder. And also, there is a part of it, sort of like how pearls form out of sand hidden in like oysters. All the souls that filter in and out of this creature sometimes create a soul pearl. And you can dig around in its body cavity if you want to find such a thing.
That's alright.
I'm trying to figure out whether that's like ethical.
I mean,
You do know them to be very valuable, and can be used in the place of some certain extreme spell components and things like that. But that's it.
Fine, I'll dig around in its body cavity for the soul pearl.
Make a you actually rolled a natural 20 on your investigation, so you do find it. There is a soul pearl in there, and it's like this like somewhat spherical object about this big. It almost looks like a glass ball, and stereotypical souls just like swirling around in it, like in the River Styx in the Hades movie.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like a good old orb full of souls.
I don't think we'll necessarily want to sell either of those, though, in terms of the reinforced bones and the soul pearl. Sounds like those would be useful.
I can make myself have stronger bones. Who needs milk?
You also know,
Let's go.
I'm just gonna give you with that natural 20 that soul pearl. You don't think any of you could use it, but you do know that you can. Certain spellcasters can break it and absorb the souls to get back all their sorcery points.
Is there any way that someone could just free the souls?
They're from what you understand about it, they're not like
They're not full souls.
they're not full souls.
Like
It's
the
residual energy.
little leftover bits of souls that pass through.
That's right. Yeah.
Mm. Unfortunate, but that's fine.
I appreciate. If you didn't get a natural 20, I would have been like maybe, and then you would have
Maybe, and I'd have been like, okay, smash!
and you just ruined it.
Just shatter it on the floor. No. Okay.
Awesome.
Well, there you go.
We have to find something, or else we can't go to Sanctorum.
Because know any sorcerers?
No.
Omar?
I thought he was like a wizard. I didn't think a lot of sorcerers really existed. Because there's not like a lot of naturally born magic occurring in Cardinfall nowadays.
What about that lady?
Psychia? She's not a. She's a.
What do you mean, Seal?
Oh, the other one in the cart.
Oh, Celia? Celia probably doesn't know it.
You think she's a sorcerer?
Psychia or something.
Ryan,
I
you look
guess-
unhappy at that suggestion.
Fine. It's just Lizzie went by both of the sorcerer characters and said they weren't sorcerers.
For real?
Yeah.
Omar's not a. I thought Omar was a wizard.
Omar has dragon ancestry.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could have dragon ancestry and be smart about it.
That's true, but he's made electric wings, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty.
To be fair, Zykia could be. I
Omar's-
understand that.
Omar's got like money too, doesn't he? I bet we could probably sell this to him. He'd probably get a kick out of it.
Would he want something that could be traced back to this, though?
Trace back to what?
The
The
undead
bowels of fucking nowhere? Like,
Yeah, I don't think Omar would care.
he'd probably get a kick out of it. He'd probably be like, oh, look at that funky thing. He'd probably put it on like a pedestal and behind a piece of glass or something.
Oh, we need to talk to him anyway about the other sons.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry,
I
Crumbs
guess-
doesn't cuss. I need to get into character. Terrible.
Yeah, what do we have to
I,
talk
I
to
was
him.
wondering about that.
Definitely not. That's just me slipping.
I'm gonna say medium sleep.
I'm still gonna like look around and see if there are any like vases, cups.
This is like a whole area. Make an investigation check.
Okay.
I'm gonna say in general, just at disadvantage since there's so much rubble over everything.
Okay.
This
so
is
then-
more like an archaeological excavation than just like picking stuff up.
So then it would be a straight roll because I have the goggles.
Okay.
Did you say archaeological excavation?
12.
Wait, did I?
Yes.
Basically what you said.
This is you find, I think, let's see. Let's do a little roll based on what I think you deserve from that.
Also, it wouldn't be an archaeological excavation because there's order and there's unit numbers and they're.
You find
divided.
100 gold worth of jewelry and stuff as you spend at least an hour digging through this city.
Are you suggesting that this isn't an archaeological investigation because we're not doing like plot grids?
It's not. This is just random rubble.
Me saying that was me saying that in order to properly search through this stuff, you would need to do an archaeological
Where's my
excavation.
LiDAR? I need to really figure out what we got here.
I am literally doing archaeology right now. This is the only thing I think about ever.
Okay, so I'm 49 gold short of 1,000.
I could just give you 49 of my gold. Well, we
We
all need
1,000.
money.
Yeah.
Damn it!
But hopefully that
Why can't we just be like your posse?
Does anybody else want to do anything?
I would like to look around No, I only have one left. I would like to look around at the cultural stuff of this city because this is the first actual like city we've seen since coming to the undead city portion of the sewers.
Yeah.
And just like look at like because we already saw like the Vecna statue in the fountain, but like, are there paintings? Are there murals on the walls? Remnants of
Footprints.
probably not footprints.
Well, I was imagining like other monsters.
Do a perception or investigation check.
Yeah, actually, can I be looking for traces of other monsters while she's?
I'm
Absolutely
like,
can.
"Ooh,
Perception.
I want to see pretty pictures, and Ethan's like, I want to live.
I want to live.
Oh my god,
Oh, that's not good.
8. You're going in jail.
I think that's like a 14. I have advantage.
Could I do a survival check to look for the tracks of other monsters?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Nice.
Nyx finds like some language hidden somewhere, and she spends the whole hour that Aether is searching to like try to read this and just gets a headache.
I should clarify. The reason I'm asking specifically for survival is because I have advantage to track Fae Fiends or undead, and I'm curious if I should use that.
This is absolutely a circumstance where you can use that.
Nice.
Crumbs is really in his element. I mean, he isn't because it's not a restaurant, but it could be.
Yeah, some of that base programming.
Mhm.
Can't get it out.
Waste
16.
I mean,
have drinks modeled after.
You know that if you guys are not like this area was kind of cleared out, presumably by the drow, you actually look around and you find a couple dead ghouls hidden throughout. But through your senses, you kind of hear echoing growls throughout this large area. And it is very large. We're talking a like pretty significant portion of city. And you're thinking that you're gonna have to maybe start being careful and quiet, or else you're gonna start waking up stuff that might be scattered throughout here.
Hey, Aether.
yeah.
Quiet. You're so loud. Your wings are like dragging up the stone floor. It's really a lot.
For a second, it seemed like Crumbs was like, "Hey, Aether," like really loudly.
No,
And
you're
was
gonna,
like,
you're gonna
"Hey."
pick them up. Aether, pick up your wings. It's too much. It's too loud. There's a lot of monsters around, is what I'm trying to say. Probably be quiet.
Should we get out of here then?
Probably.
I guess we can just hope that Pearl is enough.
I
doubt it. How much did we need? Like several thousand?
Several thousand.
We
'cause
each need 1,000.
We each need 1,000. I need over 500 gold.
I
Aether
have
only-
nothing.
Aether needs 49. You need a full 1,000 gold.
But now wait a second. No, wait a second. Did they say anything about constructs needing money? Like, what if I just pretend to be like stupid? What if I'm like, oh, I'm just her, like she built me. I'm like her construct. Pointing at Aether. What if I'm like, oh, she's just like, she's an inventor and I'm just like her helper robot. I'm not a real person.
Based on what I
That'd
know
be
about the same
money.
form, would that work?
Make a history check.
Where is Pike?
Aether could just
Yeah.
actually remove my brain and then put it back in when we get in there.
8.
Probably not a good idea.
8.
Pike, you're gonna go in jail.
I don't think you know anything about
I
this.
know nothing about anything. It's like,
History is a very important skill in this campaign, but
I know
which might have been a surprise.
my history's +0.
I'm trying to think of what. Do we have anything that Celia might like, since she'll talk to us now?
Proficiency in history.
I just have adamantine, 100 gold gems, 100 gold gems,
Maybe.
nylons from the scorpion tail.
What if we... That might be good to sell.
Actually,
Got some
no,
rope.
didn't
I could sell some rope and a tinder box.
Here's my thought.
I have a water skin. I don't know why I have a water skin. I don't need to drink anything. Maybe we could sell that.
Conversation.
Yeah, let's start heading out quietly while we're having this conversation.
Heading out. Where are you heading?
Like going back the way we came. Like, are we leaving?
If you want.
Because like I'm almost bloody, and
Oh, I've been there.
I only have one rage left, and
Brian
like, I
did,
feel
like-
like not doing well, and we should leave.
More than half my health in one shot.
Here's my thought. Let's see how much we can get for the pearl. Let's talk to Omar, because we killed two more of the brothers, not necessarily intending to get paid for it,
Yeah.
but seeing if he's willing to pay us for it, because then we also have to tell him about the other three brothers, but we can't take credit for those because it wasn't us.
Yeah.
But that would also mean that we have to tell him about the sculptor.
Not necessarily.
I mean, he's
Doesn't
gonna ask
matter.
how they died. What are we gonna say? They turned to stone?
Well, they were in the stone district. Everyone had turned to stone there.
I guess.
We can assess his reactions to our, I guess, preliminary comments and see if we can tell him.
I don't think I have anything else that we could like sell to anybody.
Maybe I could just start making toys again. I have the explosive gauntlet. No, you have the explosive gauntlet. Did I give it
Who
to
has
you?
the explosive gauntlet?
I have
You
the
did not.
explosive gauntlet.
Okay. And then the magma blast thing.
I have a potion of fire breath I can sell.
I could sell a grenade that becomes inert after the sun comes up. Just start
Nice.
selling grenades that become useless.
I still have
It's
cranberry
amazing.
sauce of the bloodthirsty.
I have the sweet potato of the crafty.
It'd actually be a pretty good business because then we could totally like sell weapons on the black market, but they would never actually do any damage to
we already-
anybody because they become
We already
useless.
know somebody who does sell
Plaza.
weapons.
Yeah, but I'm saying like our weapons can't hurt people because they become completely useless after like a couple hours.
Oh my god, the business is so fast.
I feel like we would
Not if you
also-
sell to different people every time. You'd be
So
rich.
back to Omar's? Back home? Then to Omar?
Sure.
I think we should just sell toys with baked goods as like a package, like a package thing, like a birthday
so-
package.
So you can for sure do this. However, I'm also just saying, if you wanted to take a rest in the underground, this is the best place to do it.
We can't really long rest though.
What do you mean?
And I need like a lot of rest. I can short rest and heal up hit dice, but
You say so.
Oh, we've already spent like an hour in here. So like maybe we can long rest. I'm looking at what I can do. I feel like where did the other group go off to? Like what direction did they go?
They started going the way that you came in.
Interesting.
What if we rob them?
Oh, right. That was one other thing. On the body, you also did you check the warrior? Did you care to do that?
Sure.
I thought he just like was completely eviscerated.
I assumed he was included.
You find two bottles of poison, like uses of poison, and you're gonna have to write this down for whoever takes it. The poison does 3d6 damage.
You could put
I'm gonna take it. Yeah, I could put them on my bones.
I'm sure that will go well.
Yeah, just lather your bones in poison and then retract them back into your body. There's nothing wrong with that.
Drow poison?
The drow poison is technically a specific thing. Just poison that does 3d6 damage. You're gonna have to make it yourself.
Okay.
I suppose we can weigh the pros and cons. Pro of staying here, we might find more things to help us get in the Sanctorum. Con, you might die.
Might die. Actually kind of likely if you think about it.
Yeah.
You hear in your voice, Well, you all might die someday.
Is this
I
Brian?
mean, we all certainly will die.
No,
someday.
that was not Brian. That was a different voice altogether.
It's like not even a question. We'll definitely die someday. I mean, that's just life.
Doing it anymore. Okay.
Do Warforged die? Like, do they have to die? Just like this, like voice totally out of the abyss, just nowhere. Just
Well, presumably, even if Warforged are immortal, which is pretty likely, I would still assume that eventually all the planes will collapse in on each other and just make everything cease to exist.
Archibald?
yes, this voice has nothing to do with me. Sorry to have spooked you. Unless I have developed an alternate personality, this is for sure not me.
Wait, so Brian is not talking Archibald?
Is
Oh
Archibald?
no, sorry. That is also not Archibald. Archibald can't speak.
Darn. We should make.
I just have a brain link with Archibald.
I'm just gonna like look around.
Make a perception check.
I will also make a perception check. Although I'm trying to figure out how to add this thing.
I consistently forget that I can't see in the dark.
Nope. That is a 2.
That is an 18.
Thank God you can
Hmm.
see.
You look around and hiding behind a rock, you see 2 little eye stalks sticking out.
Did you say 3d6 damage? Sorry.
Yes, poison damage.
I'm gonna like slowly walk over to it and like look.
All right. Well, I see that you've seen me.
I have.
This wasn't really part of my plan. I just wanted to. I don't know. I just wanted to talk to someone. Maybe start with the threat that gets people going around here.
Are you looking for a fight or for a friend?
You see is this it's a jellyfish. A floating jellyfish with 2 eye stalks on top and a bunch of dangles floating from below, and it floats up about 3 feet.
Ryan, I have a question.
Mhm.
When it moves, does it go flump?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it's a good noise.
Love
I'm
blonde.
sorry.
All right. I didn't and it starts to like wiggle 2 of its tentacles together anxiously. I didn't think I would get this far. Hello.
Hi.
So come here
do you-
often?
Do you have a name?
Flumps don't usually have names.
Flump.
We go flump.
A good name.
That's good.
Frederick.
Frederick.
That's your name.
Do you like that name?
You can call me Frederick.
Frederick the Fun.
I'm so good at names, you guys.
Well, you seem nice enough. Do you know your way around here?
I've lived here all my life.
Okay.
How long was that?
I don't know. The sun doesn't rise here.
Oh yeah, good point.
But then again, it also never sets.
Got a good point.
Maybe he could be our guide.
Sure. Do you
Yeah,
know
for sure.
of any big treasure chests filled with gold?
I
in
almost
this
thought she was gonna say bitcoins.
I don't know if there's any chest there, but there's a bunch of gold around here. Because
Yeah.
there's a dragon.
Well,
There's a what?
we don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, it's sitting on a giant treasure hoard. That's what I'm feeding off of. You gotta feed off big brains. And it had a big brain.
Do you know how close it is?
It's just over that, and it points down to like one of the other sides of the city, and through one of the pathways, and it goes, "Can I connect to your brain real quick?"
My brain's weak sauce.
Sure. Sure.
It just, and this like little buzzing sound connects with your brain, and for a second you get a little cinematic scene of your consciousness moving through. I'm exaggerating what a flump can do, by the way. For sure can't do this in the book.
Frederick.
But it's a psychic being, so it'll be whatever. It'll be whatever I want it to be.
Look, Frederick is
And
waiting.
Yeah, and it just like your vision kind of goes through over the city you're at right now. You can see it's moving as it's kind of a reverse memory that the Flump has, and it takes you through um and through a passageway there's eventually a large puddle of acid. The Flump you see as the memory or like the vision goes through that, and after about um I would say 100 feet of acid, um, pops out a puddle on the other side, and then you see there's just like a large, uh, just a giant chasm, and at there is just a massive like mountain of gold coins, both modern gold standards and gold coins, as well as you see like scattered items of unimaginable wealth and just everything. And all sitting atop that is a giant skeletal dragon with its horns curled forward into like a what is that Greek letter? Omega. And and it's sitting on top of that. You see piles of giant books, and the stone around it has been scrawled with arcane runes of Draconic. And yeah, and it's as you're watching it, it's distracted reading its books. And like this is like it's not real time, it's going fast forward
Yeah.
throughout days, centuries maybe. And it goes to sleep, it reads books, it blah blah blah.
The dragon is reading the books?
Yes.
Oh, good. That's great. Oh, that's definitely not something we're dealing with today. Or hopefully ever. I will relay the information about the giant skeleton dragon. Um, seems like there's plenty of treasure down here, but also a lot of death everywhere. Having fun. Yeah. I'm not really sure what else to do. I suppose we could test our luck and try to, I don't know, find some kind of other monster to hopefully fight and get something from, but even then we don't know for sure how much these soul pearls are worth. So, and it's not like the undead are carrying around coin pouches or standard pouches. Coin
Standards.
yeah, but they're undead, so maybe they would have.
You also do know that gold coins slightly less valuable than gold standards, but you can exchange them for approximately equal. And I'm not going to make you go through that process.
Adjust for inflation.
Yeah.
Well, personally, I don't want to fight a dragon.
No,
However, I want money.
we're not fighting a dragon.
But what if we did?
We wouldn't.
What if we
die.
don't fight the dragon and still get the
You know?
money?
I don't know
How would that work?
A distraction.
The skeletal dragon
Keep
has
talking.
obviously been doing this for a very long
It's
time.
pretty
and
straightforward.
eating a lot,
I
and
just
there are kids around
get
him.
big, stand in front of him for a little while, hopefully don't die, and then you guys take a bunch of money, and then we all run away.
I don't like that this whole plan rests on hopefully.
I mean,
Yeah,
doesn't
but like
everything
everything rests on hopefully. I mean, I hope that I don't accidentally put poison in your food every morning, but you know, here we are.
I feel like that. I hope that that is a choice.
Well, it is, but like, I'm just saying, like, you never know. Maybe I accidentally mix up the bags.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Look,
sometimes,
like,
you
I
know,
don't label all of my spices. I go off of memory, and sometimes I might accidentally reach into my bag of apple seeds when I'm trying to make your pancakes rather than my bag of flour. You never know.
yeah, like sometimes you know, like you mix up your milk and your like acid or like a bottle of water and like
I might mess
Poison.
up, like, I might accidentally use gasoline instead of olive oil. You never know.
He can't smell.
I can't smell. How am I supposed to know what the difference is? They look different, but like, you know, Maybe my eye receptors go off when my optic receptors. Maybe they're funky one day, and I'm like, oh, yep, that's oil. Totally not
I'm
gasoline.
Okay, but still, this is a matter of a bone dragon and
Well,
our
yeah.
lives not getting sick after poison pancakes. Apparently, since that happens, apparently.
No, I haven't done it yet. I'm just saying,
It
like,
could happen.
I've never look. Disclaimer: I have never, to my memory, poisoned somebody before with food, except the one time. But that was not my fault.
Right. Okay.
Look, he told me that gnomes could eat
I mean, like,
cyanide. I didn't know.
I have one rage left in me. And I'm back up to full health from a short rest. And hit dice.
Or
Okay, so you guys took a short rest.
Aether could
I think
distract
we
him
did.
and then fly away.
Uh,
I bet bone
Mm, mm.
dragons can't fly. How are they gonna fly? They don't have wings. They can't generate lift. They just got bones.
Make sure you tell me when you're
Oh, I'm
short
sorry.
resting. Yeah.
I thought that was like
No.
understood the one so on my bed.
Wait, did
yeah,
we short rest?
I need a short rest.
Yeah, you guys short rested.
Nice.
So you spend another hour down here.
Nice.
That's fine. I was only down. Okay. I suppose we could look around a little more while we're here.
We could look around a dragon horde.
There was also, like, wasn't it like very large acid pond lake thing?
Did we have to go through it to get to the dragon?
That's the most direct path, and you didn't see any alternative. However, you know.
So that's another thing.
Excuse me, Frederick. Say that you cannot simply swim through acid.
Hmm?
Is there another way in which we could get to this dragon horde?
None that I know of. I mean, it's pretty bad acid, but it's not that bad.
Well, it might be bad for us.
I don't know. I can't. That's the only path I've found, but I can't go through stone. I also can't teleport. I also. Yeah, that's about it. That's all the things I can't do. But I mean, this dragon can go through acid, so I think all the entrances are short dragon pools.
Okay.
That would also make it so that if we needed to run, we really couldn't.
Yeah. Because I really want that gold, and I'm kind of feeling a little reckless.
Well, good thing we're not next to the dragon right now.
Well, it'd be more convenient if we were right next to the dragon.
Do you want me to show you the entrance of this lava pool?
We wouldn't have to go through a pool of acid.
I suppose.
Alright. I can float you over there.
You know anybody
There's-
that can dig really fast?
I don't know anybody. I know a mole, but not much too small for you. It's also a skeleton mole. That's all. Anyway, all right. You guys can head. If you will follow Frederick, he can lead you to one of the pools. And yeah, as you can see, it's just a large cavern, easily big enough to fit this giant dragon. Leads eventually to just like this pool of bubbling. All right, real acid is white. Let's be clear. It's just clear. It looks like water. But this isn't real life. So it's like black, almost tarry, just like bubbling acid. Yeah, this is acid.
Ryan, what kind of scientist has never seen the like super neon green bubbly? Come on, you at least you've always wanted to see it. It's super.
I've always wanted to. I've just never found a acid that looks funny.
Doesn't exist.
I don't feel like we can go
Good
through this. I mean, all of my armor is gonna get destroyed. It's acid.
Anybody that go ahead.
No, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Anybody that wants to make like a alchemy supplies test or like and just intelligence check, see how this would interact.
I can do that. I have proficiency
Make a
with
roll.
alchemist.
Hey, me
I
too.
think.
Intelligence plus proficiency.
Mm.
We're gonna use the Vexalia dice.
I'm rolling a history check, but only because it has the same bonus as an alchemy supply check.
Goodbye.
Got 12.
Oh.
I got-
Efficiency.
Yeah, so that's 21.
Plus 4 for you.
One, you do know that this acid is in fact pretty acidic, but it can't burn through metal. It is not an ooze. With that plus 20 roll, I'll also just give you the mechanic. For every turn you spend in the acid, you take 1d10 acid damage.
How long is it?
The one you saw was 100 feet.
Cool.
That's not bad.
It seems like it would be yeah, it seems dangerous obviously, but doable.
Wait, how much damage?
1d10
10.
For Halfa, how much?
One each
Uh,
turn.
for each turn you spend in there, and it's 100 feet.
Because I can get 80 feet in 2 turns. That's 10.
Granted, you are swimming, which is half speed.
Oh, that's
How can you only get
different.
80 feet in 2 turns? Oh, well, yeah.
Because I have a 40-foot speed?
Yeah, so you could go 80 in 1 turn. Because
If I did, yeah, the dash, yeah.
dashes.
So that would be 40
Unless you expect to be
foot.
fighting acid monsters.
I don't know. I don't feel like this is a good idea.
No, it was definitely not a good idea.
Okay, but Ryan, you said it, so I have to ask the question. I can't burn metal. Does it hurt me?
I will, for the sake of making sense, you're gonna take half damage.
Because to be fair, I have no resistance to acid at all.
I
So,
know.
We could certainly make the assumption that it's like getting in my little cracks.
Maybe it's rusting your metal a little bit in
Burn
ways
it up.
that it wouldn't rust normal armor.
Melts up my wires.
Yeah.
I think we could easily just say I take full damage if that's...
Okay. Yeah. If you're comfortable with that, then
I
let's
was
do that.
just asking because you said it.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you said that with the intention of it being like, oh, your armor won't burn, and not like Crumbs is secretly immune to this, then I'll take that.
Wait, so if it doesn't burn through metal, can we see any like straggling treasure? That is
They're like dead people with armor on in there.
No, like anything that the dragon might have dropped around
okay.
the horde in the acid. Like
Sure,
whether
make a
floating-
perception check.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I have a feeling a dragon wouldn't just casually drop stuff.
Oh wait, I have advantage.
True. Dragons tend to be pretty greedy.
22.
22. It's kind of it's a darker acid, so it's hard to see through it, but you do see occasional glimmers of like gold and stuff in there. However, it seems pretty scattered. Probably not enough to be worth your while to go rummaging down there. Seems like any major finds dragged back. However, you do notice there are a bunch of bodies in there. None of them are like none of them are moving or anything, and none of them are floating either. It seems like they had all been tied down to the bottom of this tunnel. And here Frederick go, oh yeah, they're being pickled.
What?
The dragon likes to eat them pickled.
Why would what does a bone dragon even need to eat?
I don't think they do. I'm not even sure dragons need to eat, but they do.
guess that's a good point. They're like basically mortal and live in caves.
But like,
Sometimes.
if you become an immortal undead, like, what's the point in that if you can't eat food?
Pickled
Exactly.
pickled people.
Can
You know, I gotta say, I've never tried making one, but the idea's in my head now.
No.
I'm kidding. That would be so terrible. I would never do such a thing.
So that would mean that the dragon is probably checking up on them, right? If he's waiting for them to be pickled?
I mean, there's a couple other tunnels, but yeah, this is also a way that it leaves its home on the occasion that it decides to. Pretty rare, gotta say, but it do happen.
So if we took anything from them, it might be missed.
What if we took all his pickles?
Doesn't have any pickles, just pickle people.
Well, that's what I'm
Well,
saying.
Um,
What if we take 'em?
I imagine if it found out, it would be pretty upset.
What if we take him? Hide him somewhere. Dragon comes out
Be
to look for
angry.
him.
It'd look for you.
We go take his stuff.
Is there any way for him to get out of here?
Through these tunnels.
Well,
There's
yes,
there's another 2 tunnels, but yeah.
but I mean, like, to the surface, for some reason.
Well, I mean, probably it can burrow. Probably just doesn't want to. Maybe it does, and it's just waiting for the right time.
It's not like dragons have the best life right now on the surface.
That's true, but this also seems like a very sketchy bone dragon.
I mean, he seems to be making out just fine down here on his own with his little hoard and his little books and his little acid pools
It's true.
and his pickled people.
Do you think he needs them for whatever he's reading his books for?
The
Oh,
people?
it reads books. It's learned. It knows magic.
Oh, it knows magic.
Yeah,
Oh.
it made itself. Uh, I don't I don't really understand how the mortality of dragons works, because I thought dragons were immortal, but then this one made itself a lich, so I don't really understand. Like a Dracolich, I don't really understand why it would do that if it was just maybe it was sick. I don't know.
He was a big Vecna fan.
It was a big Vecna fan. Who's to say? It doesn't know that many spells. But it can do some magic, and it did make itself a lich, so it's probably pretty smart. I haven't seen it do that much. Usually, it just
Who's to say?
throws up on
We're
people and
gonna
eats them
fight
up.
Trick-a-lich today.
I don't know how much luck we're gonna have down here.
It goes blah, and then things melt sometimes.
Definitely avoid a lich dragon. It'd be one thing if it was a regular dragon, but I don't feel like dealing with a lich dragon that can read. I can barely.
All dragons can read.
Pretty sure most dragons could read.
Okay, you know what? I didn't need this sass right now.
Wait,
okay?
but hang on, Frederick.
Yep.
I bet blind dragons can't read.
Yeah.
Well, imagine. Well, what if they were blind?
You said
and
all
had-
dragons can read.
Oh.
Would have read. I,
I
mean,
would
blind-
suggest that only most dragons
No.
could read.
You know what? That's true. Did you know the average number of limbs on a person is less than 2? Or average number of
Probably less
arms is less than 2?
Yeah,
You're right.
pretty well.
Blood facts with Frederick.
Wait, but hang on though. Would you would think with the flesh gardens it'd probably equal out.
Do they count?
Right.
I don't know. I feel like are they conscious?
I asked the question, but I don't know what the flesh gardens are or who they are.
That's a fair
Honestly,
point. I don't know that much about them either.
Unrelated
I just know there's
conversation.
like people and they grow limbs and stuff. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I have suddenly changed my mind about this plan upon learning that this dragon is a lich.
You know, I just had a thought. Nix, you can shapeshift. Can you grow extra arms? I've never seen you do that before. I feel like that'd be really
Yeah,
useful.
I can. I just don't have an interest in having extra arms. It doesn't really benefit me very much.
I feel like it'd be pretty beneficial.
It's not like I can like hold more things.
Wouldn't that be like the whole point of an extra arm, to hold an extra thing?
Maybe. I don't know. I just don't really vibe with extra arms.
You could have like a shield and 2 swords.
It's just a little bit past my capabilities. mean, probably not actually past my capabilities. Like, I could grow wings. I can't fly with them, but I could grow them.
Probably hurt your muscles too much.
It would hurt, because it's not what I normally do.
Mm.
But I don't vibe with extra arms. I'd feel like a bug.
Should we just
Buggy bug.
should we just go to Omar since we don't really know?
I mean, I want money.
Indecisive.
And we don't have enough money yet. And I don't want to fight a dragon, but I still want money.
I feel like if we take the orb to Omar, we need to plate it well. We can't just bring it to him and be like, "Oh, we found this ball." We should be like, here's like our fancy gift basket with treats and toys and a spirit ball. Whoa, isn't that funky?"
Do you think he knows or should know about this other dragon down here?
The Draco Lich.
I mean, maybe we can tell him. I don't think he'll care. I mean, he might care.
I feel like he'll care.
I mean, maybe. But, like, he can't. He can't get himself invested in every single dragon.
I was gonna say, what kind of harm can a Draco Lich even do from like down here? I mean, if it came to the surface, what is it gonna do? Kill like every dragon in Jotunheim? Like, come on, there's like a bunch of them.
It's not like they have dragon hordes anymore. There's no competition. This guy is just chilling.
Like king of the. Oh, wait a second. But do you think that might be a bad thing? If he's just like, look at me, I'm a Draco Lich, I'm king of the dragons because I have all the money. Is that something they could do? Is that how that works?
What do you mean?
Well, like, how do dragon hierarchies work? Is it like the biggest horde is like king or something? Because wouldn't that make him like dragon king if he wanted to be?
I mean, I don't think they have that sort of society built. Dragons tend to be more solitary beings.
Make a history check. Anybody that cares.
I care.
Yes, I care.
I'll give Nyx advantage because of her Jotunheim.
22.
9.
17.
Rolled a 9 and an 8.
Funny thing about dragon hierarchies, whichever one you're referring to, that one is at the top of the hierarchy.
Nice.
What do you mean?
Every dragon thinks it is at the top of the hierarchy,
Mm.
regardless of its prowess or horde. Its achievement of those things is only an expression of that, and if they haven't done that yet, it's just because it's a matter of time.
Silly dragons. Coins are for people. I don't know.
Coins are for people.
Coins are-
I mean, I understand dragons. I identify with them. They like to sit around all day, do nothing in caves of darkness by themselves with a giant pile of gold. That sounds like heaven.
Sounds kind of boring to me.
It sounds so great. You can just do whatever you want. Maybe kidnap some people sometimes. Eat some fun food. Pickled people.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like that sounds like a vibe. So we should probably.
So stealing a dragon's horde, right? We're gonna.
We're not doing it.
It's a
It's a
lich.
dragon lich. I'm not.
Oh, I gotta say, I'm pretty disappointed. I've been wanting this guy to get his gears grinded for a long time, but that's, that's life.
Have
That's
the
like,
other groups down here ever tried to interact?
nope, not for a long time. Really, not that many people come down here. Not many adventurers these days.
To be fair, undead is like kind of one of my specialties.
That's pretty cool.
I have. Well, it might not work on a. Well, yeah, it might not work on a Draco Lich. But I was gonna say I have the ability to make undead things run away. But probably wouldn't work on him. He'd probably be like, I'm too strong for your weak little mind games. Like the way that big bad guys do. They're always like, haha, I foil your plans.
But we also do that sometimes.
Are you guys not?
Foil plans? What about...
Well,
Never mind.
you said that he leaves. Like it's rare that when he leaves, I can't speak.
It is rare when he leaves.
It's rare that he ever leaves, but Has he left recently, or does he ever have some sort of schedule? Maybe we could come back.
No, usually he only leaves when there's some business to be attended to in the underground city. Like if there's somebody else that's making too much of a name for themselves, or being an issue, or another dragon encroaching on the territory.
How does he
You
know
know,
if he
that
never
kind
leaves
of
his
thing.
house?
Oh, I usually tell him.
Oh, you tell him if there's another like something happening?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Why
Well,
why do
couldn't
you tell him if you don't like him?
'Cause I don't like him that much, but he knows I'm here because I wasn't super sneaky. Um, so uh, I'm here because I feed on his psychic energy. Um, and it just said he would let me live if I told him what was going on. So that's what I do.
But if you
Tell him
feed
what's going on.
on his psychic energy, why do you want us to beat him up?
'Cause I think he's a real jerk face, real
And
dummy jerk face.
what are you gonna eat?
Oh, he's
I
your
guess
dude.
I'll have to find something else. There's mind flares below here,
You could feed on
so.
Aether's psychic energy. She's got a lot of it floating around in there. She's always building
No,
stuff.
no.
He watches the flump like focuses on you a second. Its eyes go wide for a second. Nope. Thanks, though.
I don't know
It's
whether I
not a
should be.
matter. It's not a matter of intelligence. It's a matter of like psionic.
Oh. Yeah, I guess she doesn't do a lot of like telepathy and stuff.
Been there, done that.
Well, here's the thing, Frederick.
That's me.
We don't have to go in there. Maybe you can bring it out here, and we can help it out here.
Nah, he should just be like, oh, there's a big dragon on the other side of the city.
Go in when he's
And then when the big dragon runs away, go in and take all his stuff while he's gone. No fight required.
Will we be able to get through the acid fast enough?
I can fly.
How long could it possibly take?
You fly while you're swimming?
If I can
Uh,
fly, why am I gonna swim?
No, no.
You have to go.
Without going
Nix is. Yeah, Lizzie is right. It's an underwater tunnel filled with acid.
the funnel to get through to get there.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, this
Understood.
entire time I've been picturing like some chamber that doesn't even know like what gravity is. I've literally just been picturing like a straight tunnel with like acid
No.
just contained within it. I don't know why, but I
No.
did. I'm picturing literally
It's
like
like-
a chamber and then like tunnels that go in every direction with just self-contained.
It's more like, all right, so we've got a tunnel that goes like this.
Yeah.
They just dip down and go back up,
Yeah.
and the acid is like here.
Yeah, that's not what I was imagining at all. It's fine.
To be fair, it's not like
Get
if
there.
you could fly, you feasibly could spend a lot less time in the acid
Mm-hmm.
by like, because there's like a lump in the center, right? So if you fly here, go underwater, pop out the other side, and fly again,
Mm-hmm.
you're technically in acid for a lot less, but you're still in the acid.
Yeah. That was funny. Listen, I'm trying my best.
You're gonna fly in the acid.
It's fine.
Fly
We
and
can
swim.
move past it.
I haven't.
Anywho, I mean, if that's the plan, then that works for me. I'm itchy.
I suppose. I guess we just assume that this dragon is easily fooled. I guess could tell him to go somewhere that's relatively far from here so we have enough time.
But he's gonna then know that Frederick's lying and rush back.
How?
He's gonna get there.
That's
I'll
why.
know Frederick's lying.
That's why we tell him somewhere far away. So while he's lying, maybe. I don't know. I think this is a bad idea, but I also don't really know how else we're going to get into Sanctorum without having to do some illegal business.
I mean, I'm not against illegal business.
It's also a matter of it being underwater.
I mean, illegal businesses, and I'm okay. So like selling illegal things and making illegal things to sell.
What I'm saying, could
Drugs.
sell
Yeah, I know,
useless grenades.
Anywho, do we want to try this, Frederick?
Why would Frederick want to try it? Because like Frederick's kind of outing himself, and like
Oh yeah, I'm cool with that. Because I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing about me. I will lose my food source because if he finds out I tricked him, he'll be real angry and he'll eat me up. So I'll need to not do that. So I'll need to leave. But there's mind flayers below here, and I've got a cousin who lives down there, so I was thinking about going down there and eating off the mind flayers too. So I was kind of thinking about moving before, and this is just the excuse, you know? God burn your bridges.
Amen,
Burn your-
Frederick.
burn your bridges
Amen.
when you get there.
Amen. You got it. That's right.
Is amen even a saying in Cardinfall?
A women.
That too.
We should keep
I don't
the-
know what any of these words mean.
We should keep the mind flayers in mind.
Aether, when you try to be funny, it makes me want to cry.
Because Felder wants us to look into that. Maybe we could get something for those. Although I don't know which one is more dangerous. A lich dragon, bone dragon, skeleton dragon, or
You said dragon 3 times. Stress. Okay. I vote we have our Frederick friend here. Distract this dragon so that Frederick can move on to a better life. Because Frederick deserves a better life.
that I agree with.
What if we turn the dragon against the mind flayers?
Then
Loot,
Frederick.
loot the loser, and then Frederick can feed off the winner.
That seems like way too much work.
You can think of the profits.
There's. Let's focus on this plan that we are forming.
They're
right
all
now.
so bad. It'd be so worth it. Think about it. We'd be doing good for the universe as a whole, and we'd be making lots of money.
I don't feel like we know enough about like anything below here. We know that there are mind flayers, but we don't know what they're doing, how many there are.
They're probably bad, you know? You don't get a name like Mind Flayer by being a good guy. You get a name like Mind Easer or something. Like
Mind saver.
happy people.
Or like mind. Oh my gosh, crumbs. You could open a restaurant and call it Mind Flavor.
Mmm.
That would be
Yes.
so good because you're blowing their minds with the good flavors you're making. We are geniuses. This plan cannot fail.
But like, I feel like people are gonna expect some kind of product related to that name, and I don't know.
You can
You
make
can
like,
make a noodle dish where like you can make it look like a mind flayer's head. Maybe you serve it in mind flayer head bowls.
I could do like
Yes.
calamari
Mm.
and like put
you
it
could
on.
have like signature cocktails.
Want to make like a Mind Flayer cake now? Like one of those, like, you ever see those cakes that look like stuff that are mostly made out
I
of
have
like Rice
seen
Krispie
cakes that
treats and
look
not
like-
actually cake? Could do a
I've
Mind
never heard of a
Flayer.
Rice Krispie treat before. That's
Do you
new
think-
to me.
A
Do you think
crispy
we
rice
could-
treat. Sorry, gotta
Do you
be
think that we
brand
could
neutral.
convince, Zykia to let us help her get parts that she needs? Maybe she could pay us for that.
Maybe. But
I'm just trying to think of anything
possible.
that could involve this.
Well, here's the thing. We can come back to this.
We can.
We know where it is.
Yeah.
We've been here for a long time just talking about everything.
Just here for 2 hours doing nothing.
Now we're having a good time. Look, sometimes some of the best content is content of the mind.
So, Frederick,
I don't know. I'm just
That's
we
me.
kind of tired of
may
it.
come back to take care of your dragon guy
Sure.
another time when we're more prepared, maybe a little stronger, better able
Maybe
to
is it-
handle this problem for you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, and because I'm interested in the money,
And you're also very nice.
and you're very nice, and we want
Hey, thanks,
what's
guys.
so. Would you be willing to hold out for us to help us out just for a little longer?
Oh, I suppose so. Yeah, I could do that.
Okay, wonderful.
you.
Thank you. Yeah, so we're gonna go back home, but we'll be back. Is there a way we can contact you?
100% no.
Cool.
What do you think? He's got a cell phone?
No, like I didn't know if you could be like in my I could be like in my brain like Frederick, we're here.
Super short range. Unless you've got a spell for it, this telepathy is like 20 feet, baby.
What if I got like an antenna?
I already have antenna.
If okay, so
That's fair.
I would just say keep an eye out for us.
I got 2 of them.
Yep, you do. They're great. They're great eyes.
I technically don't have eyes. I just have like optical receptors. I should get
I'm
more. That would be awesome. Aether, could you put eyes in the back of my head?
Crumbs,
Probably.
I'm having a serious discussion.
I'm sorry. He's affecting me. His like the way he talks is starting to affect my brain, the way I talk.
So keep at least one of your 2 wonderful eyes out for us. I am bright pink, Aether glows, Crumbs looks like that.
I'm like 6.5 feet tall. It's pretty hard to miss me.
Got it.
So-
Got it.
Just look out for us. We'll try to find you next time. Maybe we can like meet up in the same location we met the first time for convenience sake.
By the fountain.
Yeah, by the fountain.
Sounds great.
Don't know how many days it'll be, but you also don't know what days are because you don't see the sun. So
That's right.
we'll just be in contact with you at some point.
Do
Sounds
we
great.
see the sun? To be fair, I thought we lived like under another city.
I think we see like light filter through the top district, don't we?
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah.
I would assume that, yeah.
Comes in through the crack, yeah.
And I almost, yeah. I mean, we know when day and night is.
Yeah.
Especially in Gearhold because night is quiet for a little bit.
Kind of.
Kind of. The quiet.
All right. So are you guys heading back so we can speed things up a little bit?
Sorry. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. We can. That took a long time, so we're gonna do a big fast forward and take you guys all the way back home. It takes at this point it takes 3 hours to get back home.
Okay.
Okay.
So you finally get back home. It is late at night. Yeah.
Long rest before we go to Omar's.
Yep.
We should also probably contact him on tablet to see if he'll be available to talk to us tomorrow.
Yeah, you can do that. I'll give you the tablet.
He does, and he schedules an appointment for you.
Beep boop beep.
I'm once again going to thinking about creepy statue mask sculptor. Be like, can you still hear me?
No response.
Okay, just making sure.
Tell me how wonderfully amazing I am.
How's the meteorite situation with the robot things?
Same as it was before.
Nice. Cool.
It seems like there's less scattered like robots roaming around,
Okay.
but they're still just barely repelling it, you know.
Is the closet still stone? Or is it like
Oh yeah.
okay. That's fine.
We're long resting, right? So can I hit the long
Yep.
rest?
Long rest. You can go for it. Nothing happens. It's a nice long rest, although you wake up at like 9 or 10 o'clock in the next morning because you went to bed so late.
What was us today?
Mm.
Since you insisted I stay up late with you.
That's
playing
me
Mario
every
with
day.
me.
Like a reasonable person. You went to sleep at 12 o'clock.
One.
What's a bill?
Oh my god.
I tried to go to sleep at 9 last night. Went to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. That's the life.
I can't
Like a
do
real
it.
person.
I promised y'all I would sleep, and I did not do that.
I was held against my will.
Yeah.
Hey, you weren't. You said you would. Anyway, moving on. What's going on?
Oh man, there's no poison in the pancakes this morning.
The poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison.
You're pretty sure. Okay, what's going on? What are you guys doing?
I don't know what's going on.
This has been very eventful having Coretta
Omar.
next to me for these.
Omar.
No,
Yes, yes,
honestly,
Omar.
All right.
because of the fact that I've basically like canonized that the grenades I produce are me filtering out like negative energy from my magic healing pancakes, I do get concerned when I get no grenade sometimes. It's like, what does that mean? Was there no bad energy? Or did I just fail to filter it? What does it mean? Is there grenade in the pancakes?
Anyway, that's what happens when you guys get served pancakes in the morning.
You just see like Crumbs is like, here's your pancakes. Don't worry about it. We're doing good today. Today's a good day. Enjoy them. They're good. They give you 4 temporary hit points now.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys are heading over to Omar's. I apologize if it feels like I'm rushing you guys. I let you guys
Tell you
talk
what,
for
I'll make
like
it easy
an
for you.
hour about the dragon because I was like, this could be a big thing that you do, and then you talk for an hour and just go. So I'm gonna try to speed us up as much as we can.
Tell you what, I'll be right back, which means you can expedite things while I don't interrupt you.
Okay. So you guys can head over to Omar's house. You head over through the streets. And you eventually make it to his apartment, where he like lets you in through a back door after buzzing you in.
Doesn't want
Let's.
to be seen with us.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you're now starting to see campaign posters start to come up. Elections are only a month and a half away.
Oh.
He's having to really start to like push stuff going because stuff is coming together.
Thanks for meeting us on such short notice.
Yes, of course. Anything for my friends?
We're your friends.
I think you are my friends against my better judgment.
Oh, that's the sweetest thing anybody's ever said to me.
Of course. We actually thought you might be interested in something that we found the other
Sure.
day.
And he goes and like sits you down at like his sofa, and he sits across from you with a like small table in front of him.
So in one of our ventures, we found this, and I think it might be useful for the kind of magic that you've shown before.
He may I take it? And he takes it out of your hands. And he looks at it. This is let me roll. This is well outside of my understanding. I'm really sorry. This is just not what I do.
Okay. Well, it was worth a shot because we have some other things to talk to you about as well.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
pretty big stuff.
Nix, do you wanna take the
Sure. I could do recap. I know Omar loves my recaps. So we know you told us to not pursue the syndicate anymore.
And we
That's
didn't.
right, and you didn't, right?
And we didn't. We did not.
We were rather pursued.
Yes, we were pursued by 2 of the sons. The Myrmidon and what was the other one?
Yes, exactly. And the thing was, we would have run if we could, but at one point, our friend was down and they really meant to
Zorn.
kill.
Sorry.
So we had no other choice.
So
I was afraid of this. I see.
yeah. So they're dead. I killed them. Also, the other 3 sons died, but we didn't do that.
Don't know if you heard about that, but
How did they die?
They were
Actually, stop. I'm sorry. This isn't information that will benefit me to know.
right.
Less I know, the better. I like to be as honest as I can as a politician, and if I know things like that, then I will have to lie.
We just wanted you to know that something had happened. And that we did not go against your wishes.
We would never.
I will keep that in mind. Thank you. I'm so happy you are all safe. I'm Crumbs, who you left. I assume he's still functioning and working and doing well.
He makes great pancakes, I think.
Wonderful.
They taste a little salty. I don't know what that's about.
Salty pancakes.
He doesn't taste or smell, so
Hmm.
Well, just science.
I'll keep that in mind.
I see that there's more election things going around. How's that going?
Yes, having to focus all of my resources on that now. I think things are going well. I think we have a good shot at things. I've gotten some good donations from good people and not so good people, but nonetheless, we're working on it. I think we have a good shot.
That's wonderful. Really nice to know. What are the
In fact,
other?
you'll see some commercials of me on TV if you have cable.
I don't think we do.
I don't think we have cable.
You definitely don't.
TV.
We
No.
don't really watch TV.
Our lives are.
We're very busy.
Yeah,
You do have emergency news, but that's free.
that makes sense. How are the, I guess, opponents, your election rivals, doing? Anything
Well, the good news about them is that I have about 2.5 centuries worth of dirt to dig up on them and failures that they've done, and they don't know anything about me. So realistically, this is something of an unfair fight.
makes sense.
So they've been at this for a long time, and I haven't. So gives them some advantages, gives me some advantages, and we'll see how it turns out. They're the same ghosts that's been running for forever.
Right. Do you have anything else to talk about?
Did we want to tell him about the dragon? I don't think
I
we
already
did.
forgot.
I don't think. I mean, it's not that it matters. We were down in the sewers, doing our thing. Went to the undead city, doing our thing. There's a dragon down there that's a lich.
Oh,
He's just vibing though, so I didn't think it would be that big of a deal. But
Yeah.
A Draco Lich.
dragon,
clearly forbidden. That's a unique thing. Dracoliches aren't necessarily unheard of, but they're unique in that lichdom, that ritual, is a uniquely human ambition. You seldom see an elf lich. You seldom see a dragon lich, so it's always so peculiar to me why a dragon would ever forego such things as life, just to live a life of immortality that they always already had. I don't know. It's beyond me. Who's to say? But pity that dragon.
Determined there's no aspirin in my house, and I'm very sad. I have a headache.
That dragon realistically traded its immortal life for another immortal life and didn't really get much for it.
Nah, I'm just. You've given me ideas
I-
for my own deity stuff.
because that was when we had the whole thing.
Because we wrote down things about
Vecna and
yeah,
Orcus.
Dragon of Undeath, talking about the moon being He's going over notes. Don't worry about it. I suppose then we don't really have anything else to relay to you. We were hoping that maybe you'd find some use out of this item, but I guess we were wrong.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That looks pretty scary, to be honest with you.
See, I told you we should have plated it better. We should have gotten some toys and cupcakes and stuff to go with it.
Oh, you meant literal plating.
Yeah, what did you think of it? I meant
Well,
it's all about the presentation. You can't just walk out with like a burger. You gotta have the fries and the weird fake lettuce stuff that you're not supposed to eat, but I eat anyway. You can't just put the burger on the plate. You gotta you do all the you gotta get the pickled spear and stuff. Otherwise, they're like, what the hell is this? The
Now
soul
I can't think
orb.
about pickles without thinking about the pickled people.
Oh, yeah, that's.
I wonder how their fingers would be.
You know, there's a concept that has
Oh,
always
it
disgusted
pickled
me.
people?
What
Yeah,
the-
that's
What is
pretty common in black dragons.
what is a pickled
That's
egg?
probably what you're dealing with.
That is such a
Hmm?
disgusting concept to me. Pickled
Oh,
eggs.
it's an egg left in vinegar or
No,
some
I know
other
what it
acidic
is. It's
solution.
disgusting.
Oh, all right.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I think it would be yummy.
I'm not an egg person.
Horrendous.
I like eggs.
I don't like boiled eggs. I like scrambled eggs. But I don't like boiled eggs. Put that in vinegar for a week? No.
You should probably talk to Celia.
I mean, we don't have the thing anymore that she doesn't like, so she'll probably let us.
And I have Inoki again, so you can just always go see Inoki.
Oh.
I already showed Omar Inoki, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so. Either way, he pets Inoki, and it seems somewhat uncomfortable with his feral cat like stepping all over his like nice furniture and things, but he keeps it hidden.
Themselves.
I actually do have a question for you, Omar. I don't know if you'll be able to answer it, but
Hmm?
I was curious about the kind of
You have to sneeze, sorry.
about the kind of rock device threshold crest that was in Jotunheim that I know that is used to protect Cardinfall. I was wondering, did they make that? Like, how did they? I wasn't sure if you knew.
Yeah. So I know you didn't know, and it's not your fault, but that's another one of those pieces of information that in they Jotunheim doesn't legally have that.
Oh, okay.
Um, that was probably stolen from the Dawn Emissary in order to protect Jotunheim in the same way Cardinfall has been protected.
I mean, they surely deserve to be protected.
I agree.
Why do you care about
Um,
breasts?
I'll tell you in a minute.
Inoki,
but
don't touch that. You're not allowed to touch that base. There's no.
Inoki has like the hand on the vase.
No. I'm just gonna hold.
You can also de-summon Inoki. I don't know if
No.
Well,
okay.
that's just mean. It's like, oh, my cat knocked that vase off the piano. Better put it down for a while. Like, what the hell?
Well, like it's not like de-summoning it like as in the same state it's in when it dies. It's like snap and snap your back, like Frumpkin.
Oh. No.
Yeah, I wish I could do the finger thing.
The Mr. Reagan finger thing?
Yeah.
Is there
Sorry.
anything else?
I'm so sorry, Omar. I think that's
You're
it.
just fine.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to rush you. It's just busy season.
Yeah, I know.
It's perfectly fine. I appreciate you taking the time.
You know, we just miss you. We don't talk to you very much, so.
I know it's so difficult. You know what? I know the work doesn't end once I get elected, but as soon as that happens, um, our friendship can be a little less professional, and
All
I
right.
look forward to that.
Fun times, fun times.
Favorite kind of pie?
I'm not really a pie person. I'm
What's
not
your-
much of a dessert person.
Like
You
sushi.
what about like savory pies? You could like savory pies.
I mean, I would love to eat one. Don't get me wrong. It's just not among my favorites.
That's fine. That's fair.
Can you not be a dessert person?
What's your favorite food?
Sin.
Sushi.
Oh, shit.
Wait, how did you know that?
I don't know how to make sushi, but I'll figure it out.
I like sushi. I don't know.
Never made sushi before, but I'll figure it out.
Can't really make sushi in an oven.
No, that's
But that's
categorical of sushi. In
That's
fact.
what the grill tray's for. Just pop out the grill tray. It's a flat.
Omar,
It's a
we
flat
can
top.
Omar
You-
today and let you get back to your work because we're a little all over the place
You
today.
have a lot of things to think about.
Me especially.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
hey, be nice.
Crumbs just
I'm
looks
always
at
nice.
his absolutely enormous fingers and thinks about whether or not he could roll sushi with them.
So you guys leave.
Yeah.
Morena, would you mind rolling a D100 for me?
You need to get real fish. Where does he even get the fish?
Harbor District.
Ah, shit, that's so far away.
65.
Hmm?
65.
65. Let me look at. Sorry, I should have this
An asteroid hits us in the face specifically.
open. All right. I'm sorry. This is bad.
How dare you?
I feel like this is definitely our fault.
No, it's
I'm sure everybody is absolutely adoring this Nyx Aether content.
We're just like, where do we go? Should we do this? I'm stressed. I don't wanna
indecision.
die. The decisions are hard. You like my little seal?
Oh my god!
I'm real sorry, guys. I should have Didn't expect to get that one, even though I asked for it.
I mean, we'll never know.
Here we go. All right, on your way back from
I don't know why he's freaking out so much.
Sprinkles. I pet him today. Gave him little side rubs.
Oh, so
He's confused because I don't pet him very much.
Can somebody roll a d4 for me?
I can.
do it.
Mhm.
How many of us will die? All of
Four.
us.
What was that?
4.
All right. Cool. Thanks for telling me.
You're welcome.
Um,
I'm not yawning because I'm bored. I'm yawning because I'm an old woman.
I mean, yeah.
all right. All right. Awesome. So all of you are walking throughout. You're about 15, 30 minutes maybe from you're from Omar's house. And as you are traveling over, you look over into an alley and you see not a totally uncommon sight. Somebody using some drugs that you recognize the stuff clearly in the same packaging and stuff that the Cigar Syndicate uses. Um, and this person begins to intake these drugs. And this obviously isn't a concern. You're waiting for like a motel, or not a motel, but one of the transportations to open up. And then you start to hear like gurgling sounds as you look over and immediately expect, something has happened with the drugs. But when you look over, they aren't like collapsing or anything. You see them standing there and like wriggling there, stretching, and then you see as their shirt begins to tear as their shoulders get broader, and just like their body in separate parts begins to extend and elongate and change color. Slowly start to see scales start to grow over top of them. Um, and over the next like course of maybe as short as 6 seconds, this person begins to kind of transform into a they look like a dragonborn if they were way more dragon than person, you know? Yeah, than born. It has a really draconic like face with its skin tightly cloistered to its to the bone, with like long frills and horns coming out the top, wings extending out the back as well as a long tail. Um, but something similarly upsetting about it, one of its arms has, instead of having a dragon-like claw or a human hand, is a long octopus-like tentacle dangling out from the side. And it doesn't look like a fully formed, like half dragon person thing monster either. It's just like bits of it seem not right. Some of the scales look more like fish scales than dragon scales, and it's really weird to see. Um, and then it begins to charge at you. Um, can I get an initiative?
Yeah. Also, would I know what drug he took based on the effects that happened to him? Or
Yeah,
them?
go. Make a perception check.
Okay, I will do that after I write down some things.
I got a 1 on initiative.
All right.
Got a 15.
15. Awesome.
Okay, I'll roll my initiative first.
Do it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna take grog. Rolled a natural 1, so 4.
8.
And my perception. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. 11.
It was a DC 10 check. You're fine. It was a drug called gore miasma.
Gore miasma?
Gore miasma.
Spell that.
Gore, and then miasma. It is. You already know this. This is a drug in the form of an inhaler. It's made out of processed demon blood, and it usually just makes you like have a good high, but also make you nearly indestructible for a short amount of time. It definitely doesn't do this.
Oh.
Like for sure does not do this. There's no drug that does this.
Oh no.
That you know of anyway. All right, so Matt, you're up first.
Alrighty
There's
then.
people all around you. This thing's charging right at you.
Unacceptable behavior. Alright. I was thinking about it. I think I'm done thinking about it. I'll think about one more thing.
Mhm.
Alright, bet. I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon. And I smack the knave. It is a 18 to hit.
That for sure hits.
Nice. My animated soup blob does 8 force damage. I don't know. I don't know
Awesome.
if it's a soup blob this time. And then I'm gonna use my action to grapple him.
All right, so you're gonna run forward and
I
grab him.
run up and grab him.
I believe you need to make an attack roll, and if that hits, we do an athletics check.
Sure.
Right?
I mean, I'm cool with that. There's an 18.
That hits. So now we'll roll contested athletics checks.
I'm pretty sure he can do acrobatics if he's better at that.
He can.
But I have doubts
Won't
about
though.
that. I got to 21.
6.
Haha.
Actually, Gore miasma. Technically, I give him advantage, so I'm gonna give him that.
Yikes. I should have transformed.
What were you?
21.
20.
Got him!
Yeah. So you watch as not only is this thing already crazy suddenly became a monster, but also you see the like red pulsing blood go through his veins, and he starts to power through, and you can hear creaking in your metal joints. But you do manage to grapple him.
I like to think that I'm like running up to him, and when I cast Spiritual Weapon, I just open my chest and I go, hot soup in the eyes! And I throw the soup in his face, and then I grab him.
Yeah. So that happens. You doing that before its turn came up, saved the lives of at least a couple bystanders near you. Because it was running generally towards you, but it wasn't right towards you. So just good job, and you should know that.
Hey, thanks.
Good
was
job.
that was the goal.
Okay. Next up is it. It is going to try to. It is going to use.
Arguably, I should have transformed first.
It's actually not gonna try to resist. It's going to do, an attack with its tentacle and its claw. The tentacle is 20 to hit.
Yes.
The claw misses. Sorry, I should have made the tentacle at disadvantage. 18 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah.
For now.
So the tentacle still hits. All right, so that is. I'm sorry, this takes long.
How dare you?
That's 9 points of damage. As it just like whips around, the tentacle whips around your head, and it tries to pull back, and it tries to basically like twist your head around. Luckily, you're a warforged, and it sets some of your things not right, but you can just like owl your head around. So you're fine. But if you were not a warforged, you might have broken your neck. Next up, I believe, is Nyx.
Okay. Um. I'm gonna rage.
Ooh.
Mhm.
And I'm hit him twice.
Mhm.
I'm gonna use Vex.
Mhm.
Oh! 24.
That hits. Oh, you have advantage on all these attacks
Okay.
because it's grappled.
And the second one definitely hits. I get sneak attack. That's not great. That's 8 plus 5 is 13. 20. 25 damage. No, just 20 damage. Sorry, I only hit twice.
Awesome. Great job. Just like slash into it, stab through one of the rib cage and goes in through the stomach. Awesome. Aether, you're up.
All right. How they looking?
Probably hurt.
Probably hurt. Okay. Um, I'll get some of my lightning bubbles
Hmm.
and get 4 of them and just wait.
Okay.
Is he still grappled?
Oh, for sure.
Then I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to. I'm silly. I've forgotten things. Just kidding. We're gonna do a bit of a scorching ray
Heck yeah.
right at him. Are these also at advantage?
I sure. Yeah, let's go with that.
The first one hits with like a 25.
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
second one is 19,
Yep,
and the third is 18.
that hits.
The first does 5 fire damage. The second does 6 fire damage. And the third does 5. So 16 fire damage total.
Awesome.
Pew pew pew. And that's my turn. So I'm not bringing out Wonder Spark this time around.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Next up we have Crumbs again.
Do we need battle music?
Um, this isn't going to be a long fight. Good call, but I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Playing it in my head.
So Ryan,
Da, 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 da.
shit. Sorry, I'm like messing with books. Well, I'll attack him again with the spiritual weapon.
Go ahead.
19.
That hits.
I'm like, got like my arm around him, and I just take another ladle of hot soup and I just splash it in his eyes again. 7 more force damage. More hot soup to the eyes.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna use. Well, that was my bonus action. Damn.
Mhm.
Forgot to transform again. But that's okay. Maybe we don't need it this time. Instead, I shall follow up my hot soup in the eyes with a battle axe to the back of the head.
Sure, go ahead.
Schmack. 25 to hit.
That hits.
I'm gonna roll my damage and then the next attack. That is 8 radiant damage.
Well done.
Big whack.
All right.
23 to hit. I get 2 attacks, Ryan. Multi-attack.
Oh, all right. Go ahead. Yeah, that hits.
Indeed. It's another. Ooh, it's set on the edge for a while. 12 radiant damage. Now my turn is over.
Oh, okay. So you do that, and the last one just goes in firmly into the back of its head. He
Whoopsies.
twitches for a second and goes limp.
Whoops. I put a good berry in his mouth. Good cookie.
Sure. Yeah, I'll allow that.
No, come on.
You hear just like see a little glowing light from the wound that you just put in his back. He might live, maybe.
Oopsies.
Do we see where his like? Did he have like a bag with the drugs?
He had a
in
bunch
it?
of clothes that got torn off when he transformed.
No,
But you can
no,
go over to his stuff.
yeah, with like the drugs specifically, I wanted to see what the did it have any like specific packaging? We knew that it's obviously related to the syndicate, but I wanted to see if it had something else on it.
Yeah, like
You look at it. It's somewhat new. It
Does it have any I would only know this because of the box that we got the tablet in that I wrote a note down a long time ago. Does it have anything that looks like it's from Holofactor?
No, it doesn't look like that. It doesn't look like that. You notice, I would say Nyx notices this the most.
Yeah.
It's not the same stuff. It's like slightly different, than how the Suns usually did it.
Yeah, that was what my question was going to be, if it like changed because of new
Yeah.
owners.
Yeah.
They said they were moving in, so
Maybe I need to talk to Psyche about this. Or at least get information, because they're making things that are hurting people.
yeah.
The drug trade was bad enough as it is, but this is a little too far. They might not even know that they're doing it. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt of that.
I feel like if she's the most trustworthy, well, I suppose.
She's all we got right now. So.
No, you're right.
Okay, so Celia, then we'll find Psyche.
It's like,
Hmm.
yeah.
I'm going
Sounds
to
great.
stash if he had like leftover stuff or like the inhaler that they used in my moldy
The
pouch.
gore. There's still another 2 uses in the gore miasma.
Okay, I'm gonna hold on to it just as like evidence.
Sure.
Is it in D&D Beyond? Can I add it to my inventory?
Yes, it is.
Cool. I also have to go to the bathroom real quick. Can we take a break? I was gonna say, should we just take a dinner break like right now?
Now's a fine time.
I feel like that works. Do like
Sure. We can get back at 7:30.
Down.
I think that sounds good.
That? I push button?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, okay, I push button. Goodbye, people. I'll
Mhm.
see you at 7:30.